Hello everyone, welcome to Just Invest Today, and today we're talking about 9 ways to save like Warren Buffett. If we want to get rich in the stock market, we have to save some money, we have to leave some money on the side, we have to pay ourselves first. And this is super key. I feel like not a lot of people are following this, but remember, one of the main rules right now is that we have to be able to defer gratification. We have to be able to hold some money on the side, put some of that paycheck away, and then save for the future. Because we understand investing, when we put our money in the market, it's all about the future. And we have to be able to let our money just sit on the side and compound quietly. I want to be in the place that like I'll have my investment and I don't even touch it for 10-15 years like Nick's sleep. Like that's how far I want to get with deferred gratification, leaving stuff alone, looking long term instead of as soon as you get your paycheck, you're paying it off, you're paying money, you're just going, you're buying a new car, whatever it is. Because you can be earning a lot of money, but how much are you saving out of that? And that's the key right now. So let's get into this article, 9 ways following Warren Buffett's frugal habits that could save you money. So let's get into the first thing. Number 1. He lives in the same home he bought back in 1958. Can you believe that? While most billionaires balk about expensive real estate, Buffett originally paid $31,000 for his Omaha, Nebraska home. That's around $288,000 today. So over 60 years. So would you be able to do that? And this is a whole nother argument when it comes to renting versus owning. Like, that's a huge argument going around saying like, oh, it's better to rent or it's better to own. It all depends on just where you are in life. Like, do you have family responsibilities? Are you settled down into that place you want to live at? Like, I'm not sure if we should see homes as an actual like investment. Like, I feel like if you want to be living in the same home, you're not going to really like sell it, right? Because you want to live there for a very, very long time. So I don't count home as really an investment, but you can see it as that way. But I don't know, because you're not going to like keep selling your house over and over again once the price of the house appreciates. Maybe like once or twice, maybe if you're moving away or moving somewhere else. So I don't know. Tell me what you think about that. But yeah, so Warren Buffett has been living in the same place for 60 years. Like, how many people can do this? And this is why he's the greatest investor. And he doesn't even need to do this. He really takes out loans. And this is super key, because when you're able to not take out loans, especially when you're investing, because one day the market will crash. And if you're not using leverage, you're not having loans, you don't have like crazy responsibilities with debt, the market will crash. And what are you going to do? When that happens, you don't want to sell your stocks. You want to hold, right? And if you have to sell your stocks during that time, you're going to lose 50%, and then all that money that you have that you sold off, you have to put it into debt. So like, look at that. So you don't want to be in any kind of debt. You don't want to take out loans. You don't want to use leverage, especially when you're investing in stocks. Like, that is not the way to go when you're investing in the market, because he says this all the time. We don't know who's swimming naked when the tide goes out. And that's what happens when the tide goes out, when the market crashes 50, 60, 70%. Who's going to be swimming naked? Who's going to be lasting in this market? He buys breakfast cheap. I'm not sure if you guys have watched this, Becoming Warren Buffett. I highly recommend it. So Becoming Warren Buffett, it's an amazing documentary. You have to watch it. And it's just funny because this is a perfect example of how Warren Buffett is. I'm not feeling quite so prosperous. I might go with the 261, which is 2 sausage patties, and then I put them together and pour myself a Coke. He says in the HBO documentary Becoming Warren Buffett, 317 is the bacon, egg, and cheese biscuit, but the market's down this morning, so I'll pass up on the 317 and go with the 295. Guys, this is a billionaire we're talking about. And just look at how he thinks about money, man. He's super frugal. Like, He understands the power of compounding your money, the power of actually paying yourself first and just doing the right thing. So I'm not saying you have to be exactly like this, but this just shows you this what goes into becoming that billionaire status, right? He buys markdown cars another way. And he drives a 2006 Cadillac DTS. Can you imagine that? From 2006, he still has the same car. And the things about it is he doesn't want to. He hates learning new things because Warren Buffett is in a bubble. He doesn't want to learn new things. He doesn't want to go over the manual, do all of that because it's wasting time for him. He just wants to sit down, read annual reports for 5 to 6 hours. That's what he does. He doesn't splurge on brands. You know how Warren Buffett likes the same Fruit of the Loom, his same suits, like simple products that he doesn't have to go overboard. He doesn't care about the Gucci, Louis Vuitton. Like, are you that type of person that needs to get the new designer stuff? Like, tell me. Like, I'm not that type of person. I'm very, like, and the thing about it, if you don't even need all the designer clothes and all that type of stuff, like, if you, like, if you look fit, you have good body, good hairstyle, very, like, just, that's all you really need, man. Like, you don't need some crazy designer this and that. Like, it's not worthy. Like, look what Steve Jobs did. He just wore the same black attire every day because when you have to wake up every morning and make these crazy decisions, it just ruins your process. He doesn't invest in borrowed money. I mentioned that. He does what he loves, and this is crazy. This is what I'm doing. I love investing. I love just teaching people on how to invest. So Buffett credits some of his success to his passion for investing. You have to love something to do well at it. He's urging people to take jobs they love instead of positions they look good on your resume. Even if you quit your full-time job to focus on things you truly enjoy, you can certainly find the time for some affordable hobbies. Buffett himself enjoys card games and playing the ukulele. And yeah, and I kind of agree with this. Not so much. Like, people have responsibilities, so you shouldn't quit your job just to follow your passion, because your passion might not pay money, might pay the bills. So I can't say that. I think you should do both if you can. Like, you can have your main job and then have like a passion that's trying to earn money and trying to get that started and then see where that goes. And maybe if you built it to a high enough level, you can turn it into a real job. He finds creative ways to save. Buffett's first child was born. He converted a dresser drawer into a bassinet. For his second, he borrowed a crib. If you buy things you don't need, you will soon sell things you need, the billionaire says. Buffett watches out for small expenses before they can add up and come up with creative solutions to avoid spending more than he has to. And that's the thing. When you realize you buy so much things, you just realize that you don't even need it like 2-3 years later. Like, you buy all those shoes, you buy all those clothes, you only wear like 10 of those items. You don't even wear all those clothes. Like, there's so many stuff that we buy we don't even use 2 years down the line. Like, it's crazy, man, that we just need to keep up with the Joneses, to keep up with your neighbors. You gotta buy that new car to look nice, to look sweet. But this lifestyle's not for everyone, man. Some people love to just spend their money to show it off. Like, that genuinely makes them happy, spending the money, getting all the new stuff. If that genuinely makes you happy, then I have no problem with it. Do what you want with your money, but you have to understand too that do you want are you willing to sacrifice for financial freedom, or do you want that temporary happiness? It's up to you. I'm willing to sacrifice and actually wait those 5-10 years, just compounding my money, not spending my money, not going out to fancy restaurants, not buying crazy clothes, not doing all that stuff. I'm willing to wait. He uses cash and not credit. While most of us prefer convenience of a credit card for our everyday purchases, Buffett uses hard cash. This is a so-so, because when you use I understand his point of view, because you don't want to use credit, because credit, you don't want to pay those crazy interest rates. When you use a lot of credit, you can pay some absurdly high interest rates, which doesn't make sense. You're paying high interest rates on the money you're spending. It's just going to go against your compounding for years and years and years. The interest you're earning on that money that you have invested, so it's going against the grain. But you can use credit though, because credit, you can get the cash back, you can get travel rewards. But the thing is that you got to be on top of that. You can build your credit score, but the thing is you got to be on top of that to make sure you're actually doing it right and you're building your score up. You're actually getting cash back, getting all those benefits. But you have to be on top of your payments. So if you're not on top of your payments, then don't even do it this way. And this is my 2 cents. I really love this article. it makes sure that we focus on saving, focus on paying ourselves first, gathering that cash pile, investing it, thinking 5-10 years down the line when that $1,000 is now $15,000. Like, are you willing to wait? Are you willing to sacrifice, defer your gratification? Instead of spending it, you wait in the 5-10 years to get $15,000 instead of that $1,000. Tell me what you think. Leave a comment down below. Subscribe to my channel, and I'll get back to you in the next video. Peace.